Now the puck inside Malone's zone. Robidoux trying to come up with it in front. Hazel's shot, save made on the quick snapshot by Matt Hazel, and Nichols holds on for the faceoff.
Matt Robidoux moved up to fill in that spot by the big cat. Number 22 was out with that injury and is really beginning to shine here. I'll tell you, he made an excellent move coming down that right side, faked going inside, went outside and deep in the corner and then fired a pass right out in the slot area, hit Michael Cameron right on the tape. Excellent move by Matt Robidoux.
Ward out there to take the faceoff against Rob Bissett. Face-off right side in the Malone zone. Here's Kerwin's shot. Gets it back again. Fired it up over the net. Goes into the glass behind. Huskies control. Around the boards now Joey Ward racing after it. Here's Ward in the corner. Goes to Slack. Slack steps into the circle. His shot deflected in behind by Ward. Puck sits on the side of the net. Slack takes it behind. Has it poke checked away. Puck cleared around the boards. Kept in at the point by Carroll. In the corner, Ward with it. Here's Ward to Slack behind the net. Poke checked away. Kerwin after it. He has it battled by him. Gets it back again. Goes to Slack. Here's Slack. Gets caught in the puck board. Comes to Ward. Ward steps in front of the net. Backhander right across the goal mouth. And it's covered up by Brandon Nichols. I'll tell you, it looks like Massena moving the puck pretty well with this combination, but they still can't get it by Nichols.
Excellent job of cycling the puck, Ward, Slack, and Kerwin, and the Huskies were helpless out there. Finally, goaltender Nichols held on for the faceoff. Smart move because, as you said, they were moving the puck really well and moving without the puck and finding some open ice.
9:38 left in the third period on the A1 TV and Appliance scoreboard. 3-2 Massena. Now Seacott battles the puck away, back to the point. Wonky winds up through traffic, save made. The rebound in behind. Again, it's DiAgostino now, circling out of the corner, back to Wonky. Wonky shoots again, goes in behind the net. Puck bounces around on the other side. Buffum way deep, he flips it in the corner for DiAgostino. Anthony has the puck knocked away, bounces free to the blue line and out to center ice, and they got a break. Jeff Cox with it, flips it ahead. Here's the shot, nice save by Smythe. Puck still free. They move it in front. They got another man free. And breaking back, Seacott, he made a great play to poke check the puck in the corner. Buffum with it. Bangs it down the ice. That'll be an icing call as the Raiders gave up a breakaway just by reacting slowly to the clearing pass.
Well, they're caught up in the offensive frenzy. Both defensemen pinching down low, and the Huskies kind of read that, and there's that long flip pass up the middle of the ice, and there was not only one but two white shirts in behind it. It was Mike Evans who picked it up just outside the blue line, walked right in, fired a low shot to the glove side. Nathaniel Smythe, excellent save to keep this a one-goal Raider lead. Great save.
Probably his best save of the game.
No question.
Face off left side. Power wins the draw to Robidoux. Robidoux moves it ahead to Kellogg, right back or out of the zone. Comes back in, and it's cleared along the boards. Park just flips it ahead. Intercepted there by the Huskies, in turn by Massena. Hearn flips it into the zone. Back after it is Jordan Boyer. Boyer's headman comes out to center ice. David Park is there, dumps it right back inside Husky territory. Stopped behind the net by Nichols. Kellogg cruising in, picks it up. Trying to go to Power, knocked away. It's going to come to Hearn. Hearn pinches in again, trying to flip to Kellogg in the corner. Sean Kellogg hits the side of the net with it, and it's tied up by the goaltender again, Nichols. He didn't know where it was at first, but saw it right against the post and put the glove on it. 8:15 remaining in the third period. Raiders still with a 3-2 lead.
We've talked about him before, but he's a hard-nosed hockey player. Sean Kellogg, 6'1", 180 pounds. I tell you, he's not fancy. He's a north-south type of hockey player, but he does all kinds of work for you in the corners along the boards and doesn't take a backward step.
Off the face-off, Carroll at the blue line. His shot knocked down, deflected right on. The save was made. Meacham in the corner to Hazel in front. He bangs at it, and the puck still free, sits there, comes back out by the blue line, and the Huskies will clear it. Here comes Malone into the Massena zone. Puck goes into the corner. Carroll throws a check. Bouncing puck along the boards, picked up by Cameron. He's got Meacham breaking. He'll carry it. Here comes Cameron. Across the blue line to Hazel. Hazel gets a shot off. Save made. Rebound in the net. Meacham gets the goal as he poked it by the goaltender, Brandon Nichols. And the Raiders get the 2-goal lead back, 4-3.
And I was just going to say, it's nice to see 22 back out there. No ill effects. Just a pretty goal, that line. Michael Cameron gained the zone, passed it across to number 24, Matt Hazel. He took the shot. Nichols made the save, but zooming in on that right side, pouncing on it, the big cat, and he rammed home the rebound, and the Raiders back, as you said, restoring that 2-goal lead. That will be Meacham from Cameron and Hazel.
That goal coming at the 7:18 mark of the third period.
Big goal.
And Nichols is slow to get up after that little fracas. He's apparently moving his arm like he hurt his arm, but I think he's going to be okay. So that's another big goal for Massena, and a big goal for Meacham, who was hurt in the second period, but who came back, and again, going to the net. Often good things will happen if you go to the net.
And that'll be the team's league-leading goal scorer, the captain, number 22, Eric Meacham, getting his 10th goal of the year. As we said, Michael Cameron gained the zone, carried it through the neutral zone, crossed the blue line, froze the defenseman, little shovel pass to Matt Hazel, went right down the middle, took the shot, and Meacham picked up the rebound.
Off the face-off. Here's Slack with it. He dumps it in the zone. Rolls in behind the net. Josh Duhame after it. He and Ward go together. Ward kind of bounced off him. He's a big boy. Ward gets up, though, gets the puck. They battle for it along the boards. It trickles out to center ice. Jeremy Buffum steps across the red line, dumps it right back in the zone. Raiders clear. Back after it is Barkley. Flips it in behind the net. Around the horn it goes. Evans after it there. Has it stolen away by Slack. Slack's got it in front. He's all by himself. Can't get the shot off, and it bounces into the corner. Slack was one on the goalie, and he didn't even get a shot off as it rolled off the end of his stick. Out to center ice, Ward flips it ahead, dumped away from him, back inside Massena territory. Jeremy Buffum after it. He's trying to step by the check, has it taken away. Here's a chance in front, but it's knocked to Slack, and he'll move it out again. Slack flips it ahead to center ice, dump back to the Massena line. Buffum flips it ahead again. Along the boards it goes, getting a little ragged here. Now here come the Huskies. Headman pass goes off a stick right back in the Husky territory. Picked up by Rayville. Rayville just manages to clear it ahead, not out of the zone yet, but finally is carried out to center ice. Here come the Huskies, and that's Big Duffy, gets by the check. Duffy shot, save made Smythe. It sits in front, but the Raiders, Wonky will clear. Wonky made a little bit of a mistake, but he covered up that time as he cleared the puck. Now we have a whistle.
Same two combatants as the first game up in Massena, Mike Duffy and Jeremy Buffum. And
I didn't even see that. I was watching play at center ice.
That's what the whistle back here behind the Raider goaltender. We'll see if Duffy picks up the extra minor, because referee Mel Tamalti watched and they tussled at each other, blew the whistle, and after the fact, then Duffy punched Jeremy Buffum in the head. So let's see if he gets. Did he get the extra?
Double roughing on Duffy, and a single holding on Jeremy Buffum.
Good call, because he definitely did deserve the extra one. And
the net result will be a Massena power play.
That fourth Massena goal of the 7:18 mark. Captain Eric Meacham is 10th of the year. Michael Cameron and Matt Hazel picking up the assist.
So the Raiders lead it 4-2 here. And now they go on the power play as Duffy picks up a double minor for roughing, and Hazel picks up the holding.
Yeah, referee Tamalti let it go as long as the play had gone. In fact, it had cleared the blue line, and I was watching down. He stood right next to them, and they pushed and shoved. They were down on the ice, little clutch, little grab, and he gave them enough rope to hang themselves. They finally did, and he blew the whistle, and then after it was over, Duffy, out of frustration, threw a right, and that cost him the extra minute and a half.
So the Raiders will go on the power play here. Let's see what we got. We've got Ward's line staying well. Wait a minute here. We've got Robidoux out there.
And we did, Jerry, another point we want to mention on that, a good discipline by Jeremy Buffum not to retaliate. And as down in Massena, those are the two guys that hooked up at the end of the, were throwing haymakers, and they each got tossed and had a game suspension.
Well, I'll tell you, with Adam Barkley out, we can't afford to lose Jeremy Buffum anymore, so Jeremy has to be disciplined. Matt Robidoux out there with Joe Ward, and who is that? Shane Farmer will be the other winger. Ben Nightingale and Mike Cameron playing the points on the power play. Jordan Boyer out there along with Ben West. And we've got Dan Rayville along with David Norcross.
If I can peer around that last light down there, I think there's 6:14 left in the period. I can see the 4 and the 2, Raiders 4, Malone Huskies 2, but 6:14 left in the third period. Face-off will be just outside the Massena blue line, right down here to our left. And referee Cy Bristol ready to drop the puck, but referee Mel Tamalti carrying on a discussion with the...
It's a double on Duffy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the discussion is about, but
A couple of holdings, as you mentioned, Duffy and Buffum holding, and then the extra penalty to roughing to Duffy.
And Mel says, come on, let's go. So they're going to drop it just outside the Massena zone. Robidoux will face off against Boyer. Off the draw, the puck goes all the way back into Malone territory. David Norcross back after it. He takes it into his own end. And what's the buzzer sounded, and now the clock is running. There's no time. I don't know. There was no time on the penalty clock. I think there's a problem with the clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, actually, I think 12 seconds have run off. Did we say it was 6:14 before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's down to 6:02 now. But, you know, one other point onto that, Mike Duffy's had an excellent game so far here tonight, and just prior to that penalty, he again undressed the Raider defenseman going down that right side, and just another big save by Nathaniel Smythe, and that's where he's probably a little frustrated. But as a coach, you're going to be frustrated with him because you can't afford, you don't want to lose anyone, especially one of your premier players in a tight hockey game, and he's just came unglued and undisciplined, and that's going to cost his club. And just can't do that.
Okay, they're going to put some penalty time up there, or what's the story here? I guess that's what the problem is. There's no time on the penalty clock. And there should be, how many, 12 seconds ticked off?
I would say 12 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. So there should be 1:18 on the penalty clock.
Maybe we should call down below, and since we were talking about the time, and maybe that's what they're worried about, how much time ran off. We can tell them.
Yeah.
And I think our statistician, Brian Snyder, is calling down and willing to assist down there.
Apparently what happened was they didn't get the time up, and it's really not necessary to blow the horn to stop play because they just keep it, you don't
Sure.
have to keep it on the clock. But they decided to stop play, and now they're involved in a big discussion here as to what exactly is going on and how much time is left, and a few of the seconds ticked off, and well, we'll just wait and see what they do. There we go. 1:18 on the penalty time. 6:02 left in the third period. Raiders lead at 4-2. Now we're ready to go, I think.
You were a good math student. Right on again, I'll tell you. Those numbers don't confuse you.
Okay, here we go. Farmer will take the face-off. And now the Massena bench is unhappy about something, and I don't know what they're arguing about. I guess where the face-off is going to be, and it's going to be just outside the Malone zone.
All 10 players that fade right down below us, except the guy with the puck, Melton Maltby's on the far side at the other blue line.
And off the face-off, the puck dumped down the ice by the Huskies. Smythe will stop it and leave it in behind for Cameron. Michael Cameron back there. Ben West steps up. Robidoux drops it for Cameron. Cameron, head man, on the stick of Nightingale. Nightingale dumps it in the zone, Husky territory. Puck comes in behind the net. And poking it free there momentarily is Cameron, or Ward rather. He gets knocked down, goes back to Cameron with it. Michael's got it, skates toward the middle, looks to shoot, fakes it, goes to Nightingale. Nightingale, a quick shot, is sticked behind the net by Nichols, the goalie. Puck picked up by Ward. Ward goes on the 45, Robidoux. Robidoux back to Ward, knocked away. Puck comes back to the blue line, and down the ice it goes as it went right between the two Massena defensemen. Ben Nightingale come back to pick it up, rips it around the boards, go all the way out to center ice, where it's picked up by Cox. He'll circle back in his own end and dump it down. Ooh, he almost got Bristol with it, but it goes down the ice, and Ben Nightingale picks it up. Here's Nightingale. Ahead to Cameron. Meacham's out there now, and Meacham gets the pass from Cameron, takes it across. Here's Meacham, quick snapshot, goes in behind the net. Puck around the boards to the blue line. Nightingale can't keep it in. Yeah, he did, I guess. Now they battle for it. And Farmer in there battling for it along with Jeff Cox, and we'll have a face-off with 8 seconds left in the penalty and 4:52 left in the third period. Raiders lead 4-2.
Raiders haven't generated a good shot in this power play, but that's secondary. They should be thinking, protecting that 2-goal lead with a little over 4 minutes, 4:52 left.
Off the face-off, Meacham flips it in the corner. Slack racing in after it, along with Rayville. Rayville comes up with it, flips it around behind the net to Norcross, and he bangs it off the boards out to center ice. Penalties elapsed. Cameron comes up with a puck, takes it back across. Here's Cameron with it, gets by one. Here's Cameron, skates in front, shot, Save made. Puck goes behind him, and he holds on for the face-off. Nichols, as Mike Cameron, the seas parted, and he all of a sudden was in front of the net with nobody there except the goaltender. He got the shot off. Nichols made the save, bobbled it, dropped it behind him, but then grabbed it.
Tried to roll up the left arm, and I thought it was going to trickle down the back into the net, but fortunately Nichols, he was able to turn and grab it. But a great move by Michael Cameron, working in from the right side. He came right along the boards, worked out at the top of the circle, and deked a couple of Malone Huskies on the way. Good save by Nichols.
Off the face-off, off the draw. Here's a shot by DiAgostino, goes off a leg in the corner. Anthony cruising in after it, flips it around behind the net. Picked up by Ben West. West trying to clear the zone. I think it came out. Yeah, it did, but the Huskies will clear anyway. Here comes Malone. West with it, flips it into the Massena zone. It's going to trickle right on, and is cleared into the corner by goaltender Nat Smythe. Puck around the boards. Oh boy, there was a penalty they didn't call. Here comes DiAgostino, back the other way, bust by the defenseman. DiAgostino breaks in front, the shot, save made, and Anthony just stayed with it and got a good shot off, and Nichols made the save.
One of the toughest things for a forward to do, to go to that net when you've got a defenseman all over you, and Anthony cutting in on that right side had Aaron Barkley draped all over him, just driving him towards that post. We got a penalty coming up here. But Anthony didn't deter. He went to the net, got the shot off. Good save by Nichols, and a good move by Anthony DiAgostino. We have penalties coming up. Looks like Seacott for one, and
26.
26.
Jim Egan. I don't know what that was for. I didn't see it. It happened deep in the corner. So what do we got? We'll have 4-on-4 plus the goalies, I guess.
4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. We're down to
No, wait a minute. That's a penalty on Massena.
Ooh.
Apparently there's no penalty on the Huskies. I don't know what the penalty was for. I have no clue what that was for.
We'll find out momentarily as they make the announcement. The main thing is that the Huskies on the power play.
Oh boy. And they move it to the blue line, the red line. Now DiAgostino steals it, dumps it back inside Malone territory. Now the puck dumped down the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Huskies, and the faceoff will move back inside Husky territory. 3:46 remaining in the third period, 1:17 in the penalty. The Raiders holding on to a 4-2 lead.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure what happened, but here comes the announcement.
See what happened, I believe. Oh, that's the last group? I don't know. Anyway, here we go back the other way for the Huskies. It's Cox taking it in the zone, trying to go by Nightingale. Nightingale ties him up. Here's a sharp angle shot, save made. Puck cleared around the boards, and coming up with it, Carroll. A nice move by Carroll as he dumps it down the ice. So, we're down to 55 seconds in the power play. Huskies move it to center ice. DiAgostino gets a piece of it, but back the other way come the Huskies. Here's Evans dumping in the Massena zone. Carroll doesn't clear the zone. DiAgostino after it. He flips it out to center ice. Back there is Jordy Boyer. Boyer dropping it over on the other side for Rayville, dumping across the blue line. Here comes Jeff Cox, sharp angle, save made. Puck clear to the blue line and not out of the zone. And it's kept in by the Huskies. They flip it free. They get a man free, quick shot, fired it wide, but not much wide. And Nightingale just takes it in behind the net, gets knocked down. The puck still sits there. Nightingale battles for it, gets tied up. DiAgostino comes back after it, flips it, hit the official with it. Puck stays in the zone. There's going to be a penalty on the Huskies. Ouch. And that's a hit from behind, I think.
Well, he could have had him for high sticking. I was going to say he dodged a couple because he was going through number 18. That's Cox. He was in there like a wild man, had that stick over his head, and he was just raking every Raider he came across. And finally, referee let him get away with a couple, in my opinion, but he didn't let him get away with that last one.
Got him for cross-checking, I guess is what the call, or could have been high stick.
Could have been either one, but he dodged the first two. Should have had him, and he didn't. But referee Ellsberg said enough is enough. And
so we're 4-on-4 now for 14 seconds. Raiders still lead 4-2 on the A1 TV and appliance scoreboard. Then the Raiders will go back on the power play.
That definitely goes under the category of a real bad penalty.
Oh, boy.
You're on the power play, pressing the attack, only down by 2, and you take a penalty like that.
Off the face-off, Drew Wonke in his own end. Wonke's head man goes by Slack and down the ice. That'll be icing. And that'll move the face-off with 4 seconds left in the penalty to Massena. 1:21 in the Malone penalty. That'll move it back into the Massena territory. 4-2 Raiders lead with 2 7:33 remaining in the third period.
Those last two penalties, one to Massena, Eric Seacott, that was hitting after the whistle, not unsportsmanlike conduct, and that last one to Jeff Cox, as you call it, Jerry, was a cross-check.
Faceoff will come in Massena territory. Slack will draw against Jordy Boyer. 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders.
Give the Huskies full credit. They haven't quit. They're plugging in there.
Off the faceoff, puck sits in the circle. Cameron picks it up, takes it behind the net. Raiders, Cameron still has it. Now Massena gets the man back, and they're on the power play. Cameron, head man to Kerwin. He busts by the defense, gets upended, but there's going to be an offsides. I think he came out with it.
Good call. Yes, it was. He was out. Yeah, the Raiders are yelling, but he gained the zone, and then he brought his stick back outside, brought the puck back out with him, and the referee right there. It was only by an eyelash, but excellent call. He was offside.
Meacham will take the face-off against Jordy Boyer. Off the draw. The puck comes bouncing free. Nightingale picks it up, circles back in his own end, goes to Cameron. Cameron steps across the blue line. Head man for Meacham, knocked down. Meacham whacks at it. Back to Kerwin, poke checked away from him. Here come the Huskies back the other way into the Massena zone. Broken up there. Cameron moves it ahead to Slack. Jeffrey takes it across and flips it around the boards in the corner. Here's Slack after it to Kerwin. Kerwin overskates. The puck bounces free. Meacham in there throws a check. And the Huskies pick it up and dump it down the, well, it didn't go down the ice as Cameron somehow stopped it. Now Cameron takes it back in. Right out, keeps it in the zone, goes to Meacham. Meacham in the corner, trying to hit the side of the net, but it bounces in behind, and the puck controlled by the Huskies. They'll flip it ahead. Cameron kept it in somehow, nice play. Goes to Meacham, back to Cameron. Cameron in front, they deflect it right on, and holding on for the face-off is goaltender Brandon Nichols with 1:21 left in the third period. 10 seconds left in the Massena penalty. Raiders lead it 4-2.
Excellent job by Michael Cameron keeping it in the zone, and then got it over to Ben Nightingale, back to him, and he nice low shot, and Clint Kerwin standing in front with his back to the goal redirected it. Nice touch, but couldn't beat goaltender Nichols, but an excellent tip by Clint Kerwin, and good effort by number 9 Michael Cameron.
Face-off will be in the Malone zone, and Evans will, well, now they're going to call a timeout. Malone will call a timeout, and we are down to 1:21 left in the third period. Raiders lead by 2, 4-2. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Jeff Cox, and then we'll be back to 5-on-5 plus the goaltenders.
Game really waltzed along in that first period. But the second and third period, there have only been 2 penalties in the first. In that second period, there were 7. Let's see what we've got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In this period, it's been a very slow period with all the penalties and the stoppage.
So.
But it's down to the final of 1:21 with the Raiders holding that 2-goal lead.
Face-off will be in the Husky territory. Who we got going out there? Scotty Power and Matt Robidoux. You had Scott's dad as a player too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Jake the Snake, outstanding athlete. Converted from a forward to a goaltender. One year we were stuck without a goaltender and looking for volunteers, and he stepped up, said, I'll give it a try, and he was outstanding. Unbelievable. That,
really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a long time out. Oh, there we go. The buzzer sounds. 1:21 remaining in the third period. 4-2, Massena leading by 2 over the Malone Huskies. Yeah, this game has started right on time, and we're after 9 o'clock. Of course, Paul Durham's happy. The longer this goes, the less country music he has to play.
Raiders getting 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 here in the third. The Huskies getting 1 in the second and 1 in the third. 4-2 with 1:21 left in the game.
Scotty Power will take the face-off against Jordy Boyer. No, I take that back. That's Mike Evans for Malone. Off the draw, puck sits in the circle. Huskies will move it ahead out to center ice. Here comes Evans with it, gets by the defenseman. Evans' shot blocked in the circle, picked up by Travis Durant, flips it ahead, Robidoux. Robidoux moving it out, intercepted. Here's Cox, Duffy with it, dumps it across. Evans, or I should say, Massena moves it right back out again. Here comes Kellogg, 2-on-1. Kellogg skates it in, centers it right in front, deflected. Great save. Oh boy, just a beauty by Nichols.
Great.
Outstanding save.
That was an NHL save and a good Scotty Powers and number 21, Matt Robidoux, hooking up with a great play, and Powers finish off on the deflection, but boy, that was a major league save. Brandon Nichols, I thought that was upstairs, and I had that one registered. That left hand shot out there and just picked it out of the air. Great save.
That was an absolute beauty, wasn't it?
Sure was, and a great play by the Raiders to set it up. But
face off right side in the Husky zone. Puck sits in the circle, goes in behind the net. Cox flips it, and here comes Cox into the zone. He gets a weak shot off. The puck goes right on. Smythe makes a save. How did Jeremy buff him? He kind of fell asleep on that one, but the Raiders come up with it wonky. Bangs it ahead to center ice. We have a whistle. We got an injured player. And what do we got? A penalty behind the play?
We'll wait and see. We have a Malone player down on the ice. It is going to be
Anthony D'Agostino getting the call.
Calling for slashing. Anthony is beside himself.
32 seconds left in the third period. Who is that down? That is going to be Mike Evans down on the ice. And that time, Jeff, or I should say not Cox, Mike Duffy just flipped the puck high in the air, and Jeremy, I don't know, lost in the lights. He wasn't paying attention.
They've done that several times. It's a set play, Jerry. They realize that the Raider defensemen sometimes get caught up in that offensive zone, either as a participant or as a spectator sometimes, and it's a set play. They gain possession deep in their own end, and they just loft the puck right up the middle as high as they can. And as you said, the Malone player in behind by 10, 12 steps, and Raider defensemen have to recognize that. They've done it not once, not twice, maybe 3 times in this game.
But that's a penalty on Massena, so the Raiders will be down a man. Actually, they're going to be down 2 men because Malone has pulled their goalie with 32 seconds remaining in the third period. Hazel and Cameron out there, Wonky and Buffum. And taking the face-off, the puck trickles. No, I guess he's back in the net, Nichols, as the face-off was out at center ice. Here comes to the Massena line, across the blue line. Here's a chance for the Huskies in behind, moving it around the horn to the blue line, out to center ice. Raiders don't clear, comes back in the corner, Cameron. He'll dump it out to center ice. We are down to 10 seconds left. To the Massena line, bouncing around at the red line now. It went off a leg, dumped in the zone. 3-2. The Raiders are going to win this hockey game as the buzzer sounds. But let's give the Huskies credit. They played a tough game here. 4-2 the final score in favor of the Massena Red Raiders, but the Huskies give them full marks as they played a tough game here against Massena. Again, our final score, Massena 4, Malone 2. Stay tuned for the post-game show on WMSA.